Are you going to make it to the finish line? Are you going to come out of that storm? Or are you going to stand in the rain and the lightning and the thunder and just get beat down because you don't believe that you can actually come out of that storm? Sometimes we have to pack our bags with all the things that we need in life so we can live life accordingly and so we can be prepared.
Hey, is it hard?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is that time again to get a dose of motivation, to get your week started, to get your mind in the right place. Thank you so much for tuning in to another moment of motivation. And I hope that whatever I say in this segment will help you get through your week a little bit better. So today's topic is your best self awaits. What does that mean? A lot of us go through life and we're unsure who we are or where we're going and what direction we're going in. And sometimes we don't know exactly what we want out of life. We don't even know why we're here. We question ourselves every single day and we wonder, you know what, Lord, why am I here? What is my purpose? And you know what? Sometimes we don't know what our purpose is right away. We don't get that answer right away. It takes time. My mom used to say all the time, keep living. I never knew what keep living meant. I'm like, what does she mean by that? But you know, the longer that you live, the longer that you breathe, you learn something every single day. You learn something about yourself. You learn things about other people. You learn more and more that, no matter how people treat you, you still have to keep going. No matter what you go through in this life, you still have to keep going. And we just don't know half the time who we are. A lot of us are out there still searching for the person that we was years ago, but we just didn't know it. We're still trying to find our way. We're still navigating through this thing called life because life can get real ugly sometimes. Life can knock you down and you have to just keep getting up. But a lot of times people aren't as strong as they should be or need to be. Not everybody can handle the punches. Not everybody can stay in the ring. Not everybody can get knocked down and jump right back up like nothing happened. But you know what? Your best self awaits. Your best self awaits. That version of you that is destined to be great. That version of you that's just waiting for you to pull it out is waiting on you. So my question to you is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Why are you stalling to let the world know just how great you are? Why aren't you working on that person that you know you can be? Come on out. Shake the world with all the greatness that you have with inside you. Show the world who you are. And if you're struggling to find out who that person is, just think about the things you like to do. Think about the things that you wish you could have, would have done. Bring that person to surface. Shake the world up a little bit. Through growth and self-motivation, you can't fail. As long as you pump yourself with motivation, you pump yourself and speak life into yourself, guess what? Nothing can go wrong. Because nobody in this life is going to go harder for you than you. Oftentimes we get so caught up on people. We get caught up on who shows up. We get caught up on a lot of things. And we ignore ourselves. We put ourselves on the back burner. Why are you backstage in your life? Why are you backstage? Put yourself on the stage and start showing people who you are. Start shining bright. Why are you comfortable being backstage with the crew when this is your show? You should be running your show. Your best self is waiting for you to arrive. Step out. Step out on faith and know that God got you. And if you fall, guess what? He's going to help you right back up. He's going to help you through everything that you go through. But you got to start pumping yourself up to be that person. You have to start standing forward in your life. You have to come from backstage in your own show. Show up for yourself. Show up and show out. Every day we get a reminder and reflection of ourselves in the mirror of who we are. That's a reminder of who God created. Every time you look in that mirror, every time. But you have to know who you are in order for you to go to the next level. You have to start putting fear backstage and take control of your show. Fear stops everybody from doing a lot of things because God knows fear stopped me from doing a lot of things in my life. But I tell you what, fear is not going to stop me from doing nothing anymore. I'm going to step out on everything that I feel I need to step out on. I'm going to use this voice to uplift people, uplift myself, and I'm going to show up for myself. Even if the room is empty, I'm still going to show up. What are you waiting on? To be that person that you know you can be, that person that you dreamed that you would be, that person that you said you was going to be a long time ago. What are you waiting on? Why are you stalling? What's holding you back from reaching your full potential in your life? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself every single day. Why won't I be full time as an author? Why won't I be full time as a podcast? Why won't I be a full time photographer? Why won't I be full time entrepreneur? What's holding me back from believing in who I know I already am? When you can start answering those questions, and guess what? It's time for you to show up for yourself. Your best self is waiting for you, waiting on you. It's time for you to suit up, and prepare yourself for the road that you're about to take in your life. Prepare yourself to go onto that stage and perform and be the best version of yourself. We have 24 hours a day to make it count, to make a difference. 24 hours. That's a long time when you think about it. You can accomplish a lot in 24 hours. But the question is, are you willing to use that 24 hours to be the best version of yourself? What are you doing with your 24 hours? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What are you doing with your 24 hours? 24 hours is not guaranteed. It's not. So that's why when you wake up and you get that first breath out, you have to get up and start running. Running for your life to be the best version of yourself. You have to run for your life. You have to act as if this is your last day on earth. And you got to do what you got to do to make it count. Because truth be told, we don't know. We don't know if this is the last day of our life. We don't know. So whatever you do today has to count. If you want to leave a legacy behind for your children, your grandchildren, your family, if you want to be known to be this person or that person, then you have to make every single breath you take count. See, the problem in life is we don't take it seriously sometimes. We think we got all the time in the world. Because you know what? We plan for things as if we're going to be there. We don't even know we're going to be there or not. but we're planning for it though. But if you can plan for that trip to Vegas, why can't you plan for your 24 hours? If you can plan for that trip overseas, why can't you plan for your life and be the better version of yourself? We oftentimes plan for things that we desire, but we don't plan for things that we need. You have to start showing up for yourself so you can be the better version of yourself. You shouldn't have yourself waiting on you. Why? Why are you why are you waiting? What's holding you back? The statement and the phrase life is too short is so true. It's so true. And people live this life so recklessly as if they got all the time in the world. They'll hurt you today, be kind to you the next day. They treat life as if it's never ending. But truth be told, that's a true statement too. Tomorrow is not promised. You could be talking to somebody right now in this very moment, and the next hour they're gone. That's how life works. So if you start treating your 24 hours as if that next hour, that next 10 minutes, that next 15 minutes, that next 30 minutes is not promised, watch how your life shift and move. Watch how you just run into your destiny. You run into your reality. You start running for your life for yourself because you're showing up. Because you don't want to keep your best self waiting. Why would you? Why would you keep your best self waiting? Why is your best self backstage and not on the stage? You have to start making every decision in your life count. Yes, we're going to make bad decisions. We all do. We do that every day. And we have those regrets to go along with that. But it's okay because you're going to make bad decisions and you're going to reap. You're going to reap from those decisions that you made. That's saying reap, you're going to reap what you sow. You do. If you're sowing good things into yourself, you're sowing good things into others. And guess what? Good things is going to come to you. Good things are going to come to you. We have to stop taking the backstage seat when it comes to our lives. We got to stop hiding behind the shadows. We have to stop letting fear be the denominator in our lives. We have to stop letting fear move into our households. We have to stop letting fear control our movements. We have to stop letting fear take a hold of that steering wheel and drive in our lives. Let me tell you something. I'll be the first to say I can't swim. And fear of that situation stops me from learning. You got to stop letting fear control your destiny, control you and where you go. Fear is a powerful four-letter word. Powerful. It can stop you from being that person that you was always meant to be. It was already written. You were supposed to go left, but you went right because fear told you to go right. Instead of going in a direction that you were supposed to go. Stop letting fear control your actions, control your movements, control how you interact in your life. And I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard for you to step out and believe that you can do something. But if you believe it, you can achieve it. But you have to believe that you can do it. You have to start that journey of being that person that you always want to be. You have to do things that you normally wouldn't do because fear said you couldn't. That self-doubt is the worst thing in the world. If you don't believe in yourself that you can do something, guess what? You're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You're going to always be backstage watching the show of your life because you're not trying to step out on faith. God only says you need faith of a mustard seed. Y'all know how small a mustard seed is? If that's all the faith that you need in your life, what are you waiting for? What's keeping you backstage with the crew in your show? Who's running your show? Who's the main character in your show if you're backstage? Your best self is waiting on you. You. Are you stuck in the dressing room? Where are you? What are you doing? Now the show can't go on if you still stuck backstage. Take control of your life and start making moves. And when you make those moves in your life, move in silence. Not everything in your life needs to be told. Not every accomplishment you make in your life needs to be told. Because truth be told, when you start moving in a successful way, when you start winning, it's going to be all over you. All over you. You're not going to have to say not one word because success and winning is going to be written all over your body. I keep asking the same question. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Are you going to let somebody else be the star in your show? Are you going to stay backstage with the crew? Or are you going to just say, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to believe in myself and I'm going to do it. I'm going on stage and I'm going to perform and I'm going to do the best I can do. Everything in your life, it has to start with you. Who else is going to start with if it don't start with you? We have to start showing up for ourselves so we can be the better versions of ourselves so we won't have ourselves waiting on the sideline for us to get it together. We have to stop questioning why me? Why not me? Stop asking questions and do what you need to do to get to the next level. Because sometimes in life, yeah, we all fall short. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. But at the same time, it's not about what you do and how you do it. It's what you learn while you're on that journey to success. If you're learning along the way, then guess what? Greatness is right around the corner from you. If you get it, you truly get the lessons that comes from everything you're going through, then guess what? Success is around the corner for you. It's time for you to start accepting your scars, accepting what you went through in your past, because your past don't define who you are now. People oftentimes hold people's past against them as if people can't change, as if people don't want nothing better in their lives. Everybody goes through something in their lives, but that something they went through in their lives is going to get them to the next level in their lives. It was a lesson, it was an experience, it was a story that needs to be told. God has reasons for everything that you go through in life. Everything that you go through in life. It's time for you to move forward in your life and start showing up for yourself to be the better version of yourself because your best self awaits for you. So get up and start running. Hit the pavement and start running for your life, for yourself, to reclaim everything that God has for you. You can do it because your best self awaits for you. Step out on faith and do the things that we desire to do in our lives. Because if we do not step out on faith, then what's going to happen? We're never going to do it, because we're going to always see things through. And if you're like me, I'm very analytical. Very. I'm thinking about now, in between,